A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 16, verses 13 to 19. The passage is taken from the Message version of the Bible. When Jesus arrived in the villages of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, "What are people saying about who the Son of Man is?" They replied, "Some think he is John the Baptizer, some say Elijah, some Jeremiah, or one of the other prophets." He pressed them, "And how about you? Who do you say I am?" Simon Peter said, "You're the Christ, the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Jesus came back. "God bless you, Simon, son of Jonah. You didn't get that answer out of books or from teachers. My Father in heaven, God himself, let you in on the secret of who I really am. And now I'm going to tell you who you are, really are. You are Peter, a rock. This is the rock on which I will put together my church, a church so expansive with energy that not even the gates of hell will be able to keep it out. And that's not all. You will have complete and free access to God's kingdom, keys to open any and every door. No more barriers between heaven and earth and heaven. A yes on earth is yes in heaven. A no on earth is no in heaven." The Gospel of the Lord.
Good morning. I am Father Joseph Matthew, and this is Coffee with God. Today, on the 29th of June, the Church celebrates the solemnity of Apostles Peter and Paul, and we reflect on the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew chapter 16, verses 13 to 19. And the theme for our reflection today is Keys of Courage. Today, we celebrate two pillars of the Church, Peter and Paul, two very different men united by one faith, one Lord, and one mission. Their feast is not only a celebration of their greatness, but of God's power to transform closed hearts and fearful lives into bold witnesses of the gospel. The gospel today gives us a striking contrast between closing and opening. Jesus gives Peter the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Keys can lock, but more importantly, they can unlock. And Jesus entrusts Peter not with the power to exclude, but with the mission to open the doors of the church, the doors of mercy, the doors of hope. In Peter's life, we see how often he wanted to close his heart out of fear, to close his mind to the mystery of the cross, to close his eyes in the courtyard where he denied Jesus. But Jesus never closed the door to Peter. He prayed for him. He looked at him with mercy and lifted him up again and again. "I have prayed for you, Peter, that your faith may not fail," the Lord said. This is how the church is built, not by perfection, but by mercy. Not by closing off, but by opening up. The keys are not a trophy, they are a responsibility. Jesus entrusts his church to a man who had failed. Why? So that no one would ever feel excluded from his love. Let us remember also Paul, the great apostle to the Gentiles. His whole life was a journey outward, from the closed certainties of a Pharisee to a wide open horizons of the gospel. His past did not imprison Paul. Even when he was in chains, his heart was free. "The Lord stood by me," he says, "and gave me strength." This is the strength of grace, the strength that opens up to love even those who persecute us, to preach even when no one listens, to hope even when death is near. Peter and Paul, brothers not by blood but by mission. One a fisherman, the other a scholar. One impulsive, the other sharp with words. Yet both were captured by the same love and set free by the same Spirit. They teach us that holiness is not uniformity but communion. They show us that the church is built not on stone or strategy but on hearts open to Christ. Today we are reminded that we too are part of this same journey, the journey of an open church, a missionary church, a church of keys that open, not walls that divide. So let us ask ourselves, are we gatekeepers or door openers? Do we allow God to surprise us? Prayer is the key that opens us. Let us ask Saints Peter and Paul to intercede for us that we may be a church not of fear but of faith, not of rigidity but of mercy. Lord, open our hearts as you opened theirs. Amen.